My name is Amy Brockman and I'm an occupational therapy student. This video will demonstrate the skill of goal setting. Goal setting is the cornerstone of occupational therapy practice and is a way to gather the client's perspective on what occupations they would like to work towards. Developing SMART goals is a crucial skill that all occupational therapists should be able to deploy. Developing goals is a time-consuming process and can be deployed in all occupational therapy fields, including occupational rehabilitation. The scenario used in this video is from the occupational rehabilitation field. To achieve the desired outcomes with a client, you need to build rapport in a therapeutic relationship. A therapeutic relationship can be difficult to develop and even harder to keep, which is why a therapist should work at this bond at all points throughout therapy. A way of developing a therapeutic relationship is introducing ourselves and explaining our role. This is important especially as most of our clients will see more than one health professional and would like to know how we are different from the other health professionals they see. It is important to never assume your client's level of knowledge, especially about the field of occupational therapy, and realise they are the experts in their own life. These are therapeutic strategies to build rapport and a therapeutic relationship. The next clip is an example of how this can be completed in the field of occupational rehabilitation.
So hi, I'm Amy. I'm an occupational therapist. Have you ever seen an occupational therapist before?
Yeah, they find people jobs, don't they?
So in this case, when I'm working with you, yes, I will be helping you return back to work. But more in general, occupational therapists help people get back to the things that they want and they need to do in their everyday life. So we enable people to do occupations.
But do you give me a job?
So I'll help you return back to work as well as doing other things that you need to do in your daily routine. Okay, so we've come to therapy today. I've explained what I can do, what I'm going to be able to do for you. I was just wondering what you'd like to work on within this relationship.
I want to get back to work.
Yeah, get back to work. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Would you like to earn some money so that you can pay your mortgage?
That's mainly why I want to get back to work.
Yeah. So.
Because I've got bills. And as you know, Centrelink doesn't pay much. Yeah. Work here doesn't pay much.
Yeah. So how have you been going with your routine in your life? Have you been able to get up in the morning, or are we still struggling?
Struggle.
Yeah, so.
Because I don't have to go to work, which means I don't have to get up. I tend to go to bed late at night because I don't have to get up.
Yeah. So you'd really like a routine that is more compatible to your family?
Yep. And the routine is it's one long weekend.
Yeah.
Well, at point of fact, that's what it is.
Yeah. So, I can see by all the things you've said is majority of the time, all of the things you want to work towards is to returning you back to work.
Yes.
So, say that returning back to work is like a mountain that we have to climb. Back to work is at the very, very top of the mountain.
Yes.
Yeah. But to get to that mountain, to get to the top of the mountain, it's going to take a very, very long time, and we may not be able to achieve it through our therapy that we're doing. So we're going to have to do some shorter term things that we can see achieved that I'm going to call stepping stones.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep.
So to work towards going back to work, there's a few things that I can see that you've already identified that are going to help us get there. One of them is that you're going to have to get up in the morning, aren't you?
Yep.
So at the moment, what time do you reckon you're getting up in the morning?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. When you were working, what time did you have to get up in the morning?
6 o'clock.
6 a.m. Okay. At the moment, for 7 days a week, you're not getting up at 6 a.m. at all?
No.
So I think a goal that we could work on before the next therapy session is that getting up at 6 a.m. for a couple of days a week, and we'll work towards getting you up at 6 a.m. for 5 days a week. What are some other things in your morning routine that you'd have to do before you could get back to work? What about, do you have a shower at night or in the morning?
In the morning.
In the morning. Are you having a shower once you get up at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's at 10 a.m, isn't it? So we'll have to say shower after getting up. Are you driving at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah. You doing short distances or long distances?
Short distances.
Short distances.
No money.
Yeah, but work's a bit far away, isn't it? So
Yeah.
we're going to have to figure out a routine so that you can get up and go drive to work.
Yep.
Have you visited your work before this?
No.
No. So why do you think you haven't visited your work? You're a bit scared.
Yeah, I don't feel as if I'm wanted.
So I think before we can we can achieve that you go back to work full time, I think we're going to have to build up your confidence in at least visiting your workplace.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be that once we get you up in the morning and we work on your morning routine, it may be that you just drive to work in the morning, sit in the car park for 10 minutes and then drive home. And we'll gradually get you up until we can create a plan later on that gets you back to work. Does that sound like a good plan? So I think we'll work on getting you back to work, but I think the main goal that we should work on at the moment, at this particular point in time, is getting you up at 6 a.m. in the morning so that you can start your routine.
The goal attainment scale is a way of measuring outcomes within therapy, but unfortunately it does not provide directions on how to set goals, which is why the SMART structure is commonly used. The goal attainment scale has 5 steps. Step 1 being defining the expected goal, Step 2 weighing the goal, Step 3 scaling the goal, Step 4 evaluating goal achievement, and Step 5 scoring goal achievement. The goal attainment scale is used in rehabilitation settings as well as occupational rehabilitation, but only works if the goals are measurable. The goal attainment scale is important to therapy as it is an evidence-based outcome measure and a way for therapists to motivate clients to set, track and achieve their goals. The goal attainment scale looks at what the desired outcome is and it creates further goals that exceed the expected outcome and others that are below, also including the baseline in these. Step 1 has already been demonstrated in this video and the further 4 steps will be demonstrated in the following clip.
So based on what we talked about last session, I went off and I wrote up the short-term stepping stone goal of getting up in the morning into a more measurable goal that we could track. So the goal is to be able to wake up at least one day a week at 6 a.m.
Right.
So the way we're going to track it, and I'm going to actually teach you how to use this tool so that we can both do it together, it's called the goal attainment scale. And it's a researched evidence-based outcome measure that uses goals as their medium to achieve things. Okay. So at 0, we put what we want to achieve. So what we want to achieve is that you wake up at 6 a.m. one day a week. Now we have 2 points above and 2 points below this 0 mark. Now the -1, which is 1 below the 0, is what you're doing at the moment. So at the moment, you're waking up at 10 a.m.
Yep.
So the one below that is something that hopefully won't happen, and we're going to try and achieve that it doesn't happen. But sometimes when you're working on goals, you may take a few steps back to go forward. So I put that as waking up at 12 p.m. So waking up at lunchtime instead of waking up at 10 a.m.
Yep.
But what we really want to work on is going above what you're already working on, and going above also what we want to happen. So sometime through this therapy, you may only get to being waking up at 1 day a week. But hopefully we can get you up to what we really, really want you to get to in the fact that you wake up 5 days a week.
Right.
That's what we really want to achieve, but realistically, at this point in time, getting you up at 6 a.m. at 1 day a week is more realistic.
Well, what am I going to do when I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning?
Well, that's the thing is once we've got this all worked out, we'll start working out a routine that you can do once you get up at 6 a.m.
Because it's dark at 6 a.m. at the moment.
It is, but that's the time that you have to get up to go to work.
Okay.
So we've got to start building it into your routine and get your body back to used to getting up at 6 a.m. instead of waking up at 10 a.m.
Right.
So we have a +1, which is that you wake up 3 days a week, and we have a +2 that you wake up 5 days a week. So next session, which is in a month, we're going to work on some strategies to get you up at 6 a.m. at least 1 day a week.
Yep.
But when we come back, we're going to sit down with this little bit of paper and we're going to work out where you are on this continuum to see whether you've gotten to where you need to go and to see whether the therapy is working. So if you happen to go backwards, we'll change the therapy that we're doing.
Right.
And if you do happen to go forward and you achieve this 5 days a week, we'll have to pick a different stepping stone to work on.
Right. Yep.
So this scale, what I'm going to do is I'm going to laminate it for you and you can take it home so that both of us can keep track of this and it's not just me. And hopefully having this big, the exceeding our expectation goal up the top will hopefully motivate you to achieve the goal of hopefully returning back to work.
You realise in summer it'd be easier to achieve than in winter.
Yes, but you go to work 12 months a year, so we'll have to work on it now and hopefully it'll just become a routine and it'll be second nature to you to getting up 5 days a week at 6 a.m.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
The messages in this video are: an occupational therapist should build rapport and a therapeutic relationship with their client. Goals that follow the SMART goal structure are used in therapy practice. The client and their family should be involved in all components of the goal setting process, including tracking. And that the goal attainment scale is an evidence-based outcome measure for the tracking of goals throughout therapy. Furthermore, the skill of goal setting is crucial to occupational therapy practice, and the field of occupational rehabilitation is just one field in which it is used. It is used to keep occupation at the forefront and work towards a common wish or desire for all parties involved. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that others can use this to develop their skill just like I have. Thank you.